Welcome! Today is day 2 of the Hollow Knight Mystery Tournament. Today we only have one match scheduled. I am playing with Pound again, casting with Pound again. And today's match is Fernie versus Kip. So, I guess you guys can say hi. Or type loudly, that works too.
Hello, I'm the one who called him short the other day.
Yeah, that's
I'm
Kip.
gonna get beat up because of this.
I'm not in charge. Fernie, what's up?
Hi.
Alright,
Welcome.
Yeah, so if you guys missed it, the way this mystery tournament is working is we are going to be revealing 2 different meme speedruns of my invention, except for Altuba, which was not my, whatever, either way, the rest of them are all mine. And we're gonna have them race. They have no idea what they're doing. We're just gonna have to see how it goes. So, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, let me,
I'm not ready.
Okay,
Okay, now I'm ready.
cool. So, you guys ready to hear your categories?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
All right. Your categories are...
Wait.
Are you...
Okay, just to be absolutely sure, I want to write it down on a piece of paper so I don't forget what I'm doing.
Bro,
Sorry,
you're
go
not
ahead.
gonna forget. Your categories are percent, which is where you dream nail the maggots until they scream ah, and explorer percent, which is get every egg that spawns outside in the world or naturally. So like from blood sacks or just on the ground, not tuck eggs.
So, what's
So-
the difference?
It's not an egg you buy or get from tuck. Every other egg you have to get. There are 20 of
So-
them.
Okay.
So, hold on. Just the rancid eggs, not the arcane eggs?
Just the rancid ones.
Just the rancid.
Yep.
Okay. Opening up a map, and then what's the maggot? Are the maggots the things that show up after you kill
False Knight. Yes, they're right by Failchamp. Why am I getting an ad on your stream? God damn it.
Is that me?
I got it. Let me get rid of it.
I've turned them off like 15 times.
I don't want to watch Oppenheimer right now. Get it off my screen. What a scuffed start.
How do you not want to watch Oppenheimer?
I'm going through as well. I've turned that off like 15 times and it keeps coming back. Yeah, Okay, that's why. It fucking...
Okay, we're
Add... Yeah, I've
whatever.
turned
Don't
off
worry
ads.
about it. Well, we're going to get started here, guys. I need to get my live split timer up. Wait. I knew I forgot something. It's only moderately scuffed, guys.
Hi, YouTube.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. How many did OJ say?
20. This should be 20.
20. The wiki's telling me either 18 or 19 if you count Grubfather.
Well, I do count Grubfather. You have to get the one from Sly as well. Is this the right one?
Okay, so I don't think it's counting Sly.
Yeah, you guys gotta get the Sly egg too.
All right.
Sly and Grubfather.
Okay,
Perfect.
gotcha.
It's working. Okay, guys. Let me pull everything up, and then we're gonna get started.
And then you said mute and deafen? Or I'll mute
I'll
and then
mute.
you...
I'll mute deafen both of you guys in
Okay,
the
then.
server.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, guys. Good luck. I'm gonna count you down, then I'll mute and deafen you guys. Okay.
Okay.
3,
Okay.
2, 1, go.
And we are off.
Yep.
So now, let's just reiterate the categories real quick. I got Explore. What is off percent again?
R% is where you dream nail the maggots until they scream. Ah.
Oh, right. Okay. And then so there are 20 eggs in the game, and how many of them are in waterways?
3 or 4. Tuck normally gives you an egg with Defender's Crest. I don't believe this one is counted.
Yeah, you said none from Tuck. However, we are counting Sly and we are counting Grubfather.
Yes.
But
Yes,
ignoring
Tigger,
the
I
top
know.
one's gonna be nice. No, there's gonna be no need for equipping Defender's Crest.
I think you're a little quiet. Let me turn you up.
I can
No, yeah.
I can do this if that's any
Oh,
better.
no. You see, I already turned you up.
All right, we're going back to
We're good
normal.
now.
All right, now, the thing is, having to buy an egg from Sly, gonna be a little bit of Geo. Not gonna be enough to require Geo routing. Just enough, like the killing False Knight at the beginning, killing enemies around. You will have enough for the rented egg. I don't know how much it costs, but it's not much.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
the maggots are basically open to you right from the gate. All you need is claw,
No.
or are wings required?
Well, look, I guess right from the gate, you do have to kill Fail Champ or False Knight, obviously.
Or well, yes, but you need a movement upgrade to get there.
Mm-hmm. I know that they spawn at some point. I need to turn Fernie's stream up so we can hear. Something's way too quiet.
The attempt for spike skip, but sadly no dice. I get a lot of the early part of this game is most likely going to be both players just getting all 5 grubs that are around in Forgotten Crossroads, making sure they have enough to get the egg from Grubfather.
Mm-hmm. This is one where it's not terrible to take a second and just do some research first.
I mean, yeah, you have to go through a lot of the map to gain access to every egg.
Yes, for sure.
There are rancid eggs in, I'm not even going to be able to get all the locations, but Waterways, Blue Lake, Crystal Peaks,
Deep Nest.
Deep Nest. There's Queen's Gardens.
Mm-hmm.
Grubfather Sly.
That might be it. No, we're missing something.
No, we're definitely missing some.
What happened on
So-
Kip's stream? I tabbed out for a second. I have to have both tabs open at the same time for it to capture properly.
Yeah.
So
Sadly, we did see Kiv heading to right side Crossroads early, but not opening the lever, meaning that he's going to have to trek all the way back around to the left side.
yeah, very unfortunate.
Now, if you're running this category, are you doing the benchfly skip to get to the grub early, or are you just waiting till you have cloak?
That's a good question.
Because you're going to come back here. See, I thought I would at first, but you're coming back here anyway to do the maggots later, so you might as well wait.
Yeah, sure. But I guess you don't have to come back this way. You can like inventory drop and go straight past it otherwise. So I don't mind doing the
Well, you
skip.
can't inventory drop on current patch unless you want to,
Yes,
you know,
can.
do the
hard
whole.
way.
I mean, yeah.
I do
if
the
you
hard
wanna
way like
attempt
every
that,
time.
but
It's not
I
hard.
try, but I mean, it's frame perfect, isn't it?
No. There's no
Is it
way it's
not-
frame purpose
Does
perfect
it
to
not
hit
drop
all
on the
time.
same frame?
Ow.
Okay.
What's up, Megan Egg with the snipe? Let me move
We
you
can
back.
actually see Mudkip going for it, but sadly gonna have to reset the Vengefly if he wants to make it back. And then Fernie is going into False Knight, gonna decide to fully kill him and get the money.
I really think the difference between the Vengefly skip and Mothwing Cloak is pretty negligible, but missing it like that,
It is for sure.
Yeah.
Missing it's gonna take a pretty big chunk of time.
it's the main reason you shouldn't go for it this way.
Fernie gonna grab the money. I believe Fernie is, or at least knowing Fernie, it is going to be a pretty similar, probably like TE route where it's gonna just go straight into dash and then claw, get all of your movement upgrades, and then really just explore your options from that point.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if after claw we see Fernie take a minute and map out where he's going next.
I believe wings and C dash are required because there's the. Or is that a grub?
There is definitely C dash is required for the Blue Lake one,
Yes.
or wings, I guess, if
Yeah,
you want to
wings
bench
is-
fly skip it.
If you can like fully skip Crystal Dash, that could save time.
I'm unsure if you can because I don't know exactly where all of the rancid eggs are.
Mhm.
I could actually pull up all the rancid egg locations.
I think that's what Kip is doing right now. I might unmute Fern or deafen Fernie for a second. Where did Kip left the server? We can't even talk to him anymore.
That makes sense.
Whatever. I'm gonna actually undeafen Fernie and ask him to turn his audio up a little bit. Hey Fern, do you mind turning your audio up just a little bit? You don't need to reply because you're muted anyways, but just a little bit so that we can hear it better on stream. Thank you. So the tasks that everyone has to complete is they have to get all 20 wild eggs across the world, which is Egg Explorer %. And there's AUG %, which is where you dream nail maggots until they say ah.
So I have the rancid eggs, and there are 4 in Waterways, 1 in Resting Grounds, 1 in Queen's Garden, 2 in Edge, 1 in Green Path, 1 in Fungal Wastes, 3 in Deep Nest, 3 in Peaks, and 2 in City.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
I believe that one of them in Kingdom's Edge will require either Yzmas or Wings.
The one in Edge. I'm trying to remember exactly which one that is. Oh, there's the one in the main, like, big room. I know that. Where's the
one
second
in the
one?
big room isn't it on somewhere on the route to Hornet 2?
No, there's a journal over there.
Well, the journal is in Abandoned Camp.
Yes, but to the right, there's nothing there except for Kingsbrand and Hornet.
No, not. I don't mean like directly on the route. I just mean in like those rooms, the big rooms on your way.
I'm not sure, honestly.
Or is it maybe in the Markoth room?
Not in the Markoth room.
Or is it like during the Quick Splash Gauntlet after dropping down?
Yeah, that's where it is. It's the blood
That's where it
sack
is,
on the
yeah.
way down.
There it is.
Yeah.
So it does require dive.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're gonna see Fernie going to Green Path, gonna go for Cloak after getting Vengeful Spirit and exiting Crossroads.
Mm-hmm.
That is most likely the path that I would take as well.
Yes, I agree. Kip, like, since you have to get so much movement anyways, you might as well get movement and stags and work that way. Just get your bases covered. Is Fernie gonna hit his fireball skips? Yes.
He is.
Clean.
So
he's-
also Grubfather Egg is 16 grubs.
Yeah, that's a lot of grubs.
It is. There's 5 in Crossroads that you can get very easily.
Yes.
And then I'm sure just on your hunt for eggs, you can grab some in Peaks very easily. And there's going to be no shortage of grubs.
Yep. Fernie's had a pretty clean run so far. Hitting 2 skips.
2 fireball skips. I'm going to put money right now. Fernie's going to hit the double on Moss Knight.
I'll bet against you for the sake of it. I think he's just gonna whiff it. The nerves are getting to him. Watch this.
A gentleman's bet.
Sure, Zealand's bet.
Oh,
I knew it!
he was
Oh,
very
man.
close to it.
So I'll get your stream key now, right?
Yeah, I'll send it over.
Thank you.
Actually, if you look up in our DMs, it should already be in there.
Oh, I did see that, yeah. Oh, he tried that too?
I did
missed
see that, Tigrin. I do that so often that I wasn't gonna fault Fernie for it. We are going to see. Oh, just showing us he's killing Zode, of course.
Wow, okay. I was wondering why I do that. I
Nice
honestly,
that Zode is not required in this.
yeah, at the very least, you need to get the these 2 guys.
You don't actually need a ton of Geo because the egg that is required is what 60 from Sly, and then the others are nice to have for stag stations. But
You need Lantern for the one, unless you want to do Dark Deep Nest.
that's
There's
the
2
thing.
there.
I don't know if either players are going to do Dark Deep Nest.
I doubt it. There's no way. Fernie is... I have to imagine Fernie plays very safe.
Fernie plays an interesting kind of safe. From what I know, Fernie plays what he's not confident in, safe. But if Fernie like knows his shit, he'll just run and do it. So I don't know Fernie's like comfortability level with Dark Deep Nest. I don't know Mudkip's either. And then we're going to see him entering that Hornet fight. And now Mudkip getting Vengeful Spirit. We're going to see where he goes next.
I'm assuming going straight to green path.
Seems like it. Alright. So far, a very good Hornet fight.
Yeah.
No fireball from the stagger reset, but you know,
Other than
that's
that,
fine.
yeah.
Very good fight from Fernie. I expect we're going to see save and quit. Just a very, very standard routing. Mudkip check to see if that worked. Yep, there's the save and quit from Fernie. Then we're going to team enter Fungal Wastes. Where is the Rancid Egg in Fungal Wastes?
In fungal? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It is in core, actually, so you need wings for that.
Okay, so you need wings. An unfortunate spike from Mudkip there. Yeah, I believe Fernie's music may be off.
Yes, I'm
He's just
turning
playing
on
with the
some of my
sound.
own very quietly.
Not waking up the baller before shooting the fireballs is going to be very costly. Because now,
Yes.
rather than relying on one 50-50, you need 3 more. And shooting one there. A little bit of struggle on Mudkip's part, shooting another fireball in the wrong direction
Mm-hmm.
before killing the boulder. I wonder if we're going to see him pick up Soul Catcher.
Yep. Fernie has a pretty expansive lead right now.
are.
So I believe Fernie's probably going to struggle finding these things. I have no, confidence in him to know exactly where all these eggs are.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if anyone except for rando players know where every egg is.
You see, I know where every check is, but assigning every check to what they actually are, that's where it's tough.
Yeah. The eggs, however, are always shown as eggs because they are on the bodies. You know where every egg in the game is, Tigran? That's wild. We're gonna see a Charm Notch pickup. Makes sense.
I think Fernie did the Shroomlogers wrong. You're supposed to go to the left side and then fireball both of them.
This is an old strat for Shroomlogers. This is what used to be done.
Okay.
I think it's an old TE strat. Oh, a little bit of a misdash. And here we have Mudkip on his way to enter Green Path.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Mudkip is taking a pretty similar route to Fernie, just
A lot slower.
a bit behind so far.
How many grubs did they get? 2, 3?
I think 2. Fernie has yet to grab a grub.
Yes, but I mean, it's not going to take a while. What is
It's
R
not. Yeah, the
percent?
movement's gonna help.
R percent is where you dream nail grubs until they show up on, or not grubs, dream nail maggots until they say ah. No, Tyrion already said it. Whatever.
Oh, you big fan of that one. It does require getting Dream Nail.
Yes, it does. Obviously, that is the only dream nail goal requirement.
There are no Rancid Eggs that require Dream Nail. C-Dash, I just realized, is required for the eggs in waterways. The ones on the right side through Spike Tunnel.
It's not. I don't think so.
Isn't it?
No, because you can take Tramp Pass. And if you do your routing properly, you can do that.
Oh, you can take Trend Pass. But would that be faster than just picking up Crystal Dash? Because you're going to peaks anyway.
Yeah,
because
that's
you
the
need
question.
To, get the eggs in there. So I'd just pick up C-Dash.
Yeah, I
But yes,
completely
that
agree.
is true. You can do Ismos first and then just work your way through to the left. And then if you wanted to get to left side waterways from there, you could Spike Tunnel skip.
One of the mistakes I've seen recently from most runners is they know that it's faster to not get gear in general, technically, because then you don't have to take the time to get the gear, but then they're inconsistent without it, and then they struggle to beat it without the gear, and then they're going back. It's just like usually faster to root in a little bit of damage and as much movement as possible.
Of course, in a Metroidvania style game, just a lot of Mudkip we can see actually struggling hard with the Fireball skip and Squid skip in this room.
Yep.
One thing about a game such as Hollow Knight or any Metroidvania is that the fastest thing you can do is just get movement and ignore everything else.
Yes.
Unless it is exactly on the way, it is most likely going to lose you time.
Yes. And, like, it's kind of like we had Kalos yesterday, and both players opted for pretty low gear Kalos, like without any extra health or anything.
Yeah, no health upgrades. One player opted for nail and spell upgrades, and you can see during that the amount of help it gave them, because if both players started Kalos at the same time for one of their attempts, and it was just way faster with nail 2 and the upgraded spells.
Exactly, and that's the thing. If you're gonna have to be fighting a lot of things, it's definitely worth it. This run, absolutely not worth going for even Shaman Stone.
I wouldn't buy Shaman Stone either. There is no reason for it. The only things you're realistically fighting, you're fighting False Knight because it's required, and you're fighting Gruz Mother because you need to save Sly.
A pickup I would like to see that unfortunately Frony didn't get, and I doubt Kip will get it, is the what's it called? Dash Master would actually make this significantly faster, since you're going around basically the entire map.
That is an interesting idea, which would probably definitely increase some time. Frony also opting to go into City rather than doing a Shade Skip and going through Blue Lake, most likely because going through Blue Lake would just waste you time until you because you're just skipping that egg.
Kip, unfortunately, is going around Green Path the long way, which is going to be a massive time loss.
He's going to, yeah, it looked like Mudkip has seen a lot of people do Fireball skips, but has never, like, attempted it themselves, because there's a lot of, turning around early and not, like, buffering Fireball.
I think Kip
I'm
missed
not sure if Kip knows about it either.
These first 4 rounds have definitely, for the most part, been less competitive in general. That's just kind of how the seeding works.
That's how tournaments work.
Yep. To be honest, I don't know if I've ever gone around Green Path the intended way.
You've played through this game casually once, right?
When I played casually, I did the Squid skip. Because it looked really easy, so I did it.
It is not very difficult if you know how to set it up. And even if you don't even necessarily have to know how to set it up, if you've seen someone do it, you can replicate it.
I don't think I did. I think I just figured out how the enemy worked, because at that point I was fighting all the enemies, and I saw it dash towards me. I'm like, huh, I could do this.
Enemies in general also have a very specific way of movement in Hollow Knight, where squids have the charge, but with most flying enemies, the way they move is based on their proximity to you. If you are close enough, they will always move away from you, and if you're far enough away, they'll just always move towards you. And so if you just know those two things and roughly where the switch over is, you can kite almost any flying enemy just about anywhere you want.
Yep, exactly that, Pound. I think when you were practicing, you were learning quite a lot about the flying enemies.
I mean, I knew that going into it. It's just when I was attempting a skip to get into Stag Nest early without wings, which requires pogoing, fireball stalling, and damage tanking off of the Vengefly, or off of 2 Vengeflies, and kiting 2 flying enemies at the same time, I am not good at.
Kip definitely had less time to practice than anyone else, I believe, because
It was a little bit of a late entry.
Yes, we couldn't have had this tournament without Kip since Ono dropped out, but I'm very glad to have it.
Props and just a huge shout out to Kip for showing up and participating.
We had a lot of people showing up with little to no Hollow Knight experience who showed up knowing they were going to get their ass whooped and did it so that we could have this tournament, and I can't thank him
The
enough.
Bun got off of that Forgotten Crossroads Stag Station bench again and again.
Yeah, no, that
Do
was
100 False Night cycles.
an elite effort.
LeBun is a personal hero of mine after that one.
Is
And so I've seen Fernie be running around city for a little while, grabbing some grubs, selling to Lem for money, and presumably taking into account all of the required eggs, going to grab Dive here, knowing it will be used later, and while you're in city, you might as well.
it's also Peaks access.
It
Which-
is also an access to peaks, however, we do suspect he's going to be buying
Lantern anyways.
anyway because of the Deep Nest. Actually, I really do like Fernie's routing.
I do too.
Has Fernie done Grunge Mother and Saved Sly yet?
Nope.
I think the only difference is that I wouldn't have thought to go through Pilgrim's Way to get into city, and I think I would have, after Mantis Claw, quit out and go straight to a Shade Skip and go from there. But I do
That's-
really like what Fernie's doing.
Well, I don't know, to be honest, because you need either Lantern or whatever. You need either Lantern or Dive for Peaks. You don't need any damage or anything, but you need as much movement as possible. So it makes sense that since you're only using Dream Nail for one thing and you don't have to come back for it, you should get Dream Nail afterwards, after getting the rest of this, and just like getting a Dream Nail through Peaks. So I would understand going straight to Peaks, then Dream Nail, then City.
I think I would have done. I
So-
would have done city first because I would have used the. I would have gone straight down right side city after getting Dream Mail, and then used King Station, Seal, and Gorgeous Husk for money to gain access to Lantern, and then do peaks that way.
I agree.
Yeah, you do have a pretty big lead from Fernie so far.
Opting for Soul Twister, I like it, honestly.
Mudkip has just made their way through, having to take the long way around Green Path, which lost a bunch of time to Fernie.
Yes. But now in the middle of the Hornet fight.
See, I was always a Soul Catcher over Spell Twister boy when I played the game casually. Simply because Spell Twister doesn't reduce the cost of healing,
Yeah.
and I needed to do that a lot. So I much preferred the Soul Gain rather than the spell cost reduction.
You see, I have always been a spell spammer, so you could at times catch me with Spell Twister, Soul Eater, and Shaman Stone, even though that's a pretty bad build.
Soul Eater is one of my favorite charms in the game.
I love Soul Eater. If you have it, you definitely don't need any other soul generation.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I do agree with you, Tigran, and now that I am a better player than I was, I will go for Spell Twister 10 times out of 10 over Soul Catcher. It is literally, if you just spam spells, it is more worth it. It does more for you. But, if you need to heal, and hey, that's plenty of people do, I prefer Soul Catcher or even Soul Eater if you have the charm notches for it. And then we're not going to see a quit out from Mudkip. We're going to see them go through the left side of the Hornet Arena. I wonder if they're just going to stay in Green Path, grab some grubs, and go from there. Maybe even stay in Green Path, do some things like a Massive Moss Charger or some other geo-gathering checks.
Oh no, I really don't know. I think Mudkip's probably gonna go straight for Claw. It's just like, it's the easiest thing to do at this point.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, buying this stag is nice. Opening up all your fast travel points are going to be useful. We have Fernie entering phase 2 of the Soulmaster fight. Getting the Nailheads in, it looks like Fernie's going to be able to get that at one cycle pretty easily.
Yes, it does. Getting a lot of extra damage in here.
Mm-hmm. And then my favorite part about the fight here is that what is it? Picking up dive fully heals you, right?
Yes, it does.
Isn't that so nice? You don't need to waste any soul to focus. At the end
Exactly.
of it.
It's such like it's a rare thing that makes like Hollow Knight just a little bit easier for a little bit.
It also fills up your soul meter, which is incredibly nice.
Actually, I don't think it full heals you. I think what it does is it fills your soul meter. It's so that you can
thought
use
it
any soul
was
you
a-
have to
Yeah,
heal.
I knew
that's
it
what
filled
works.
up the soul meter, but maybe Fernie was just finished it with 5 health and I wasn't paying too much attention.
I think so. Fernie had a pretty clean fight. I'm not opting for the
Did I
secret
skip-
lore.
I wonder if we're gonna see a fake dive attempt from Fernie for the scrub.
I doubt
It doesn't fully heal you, gotcha.
The
I
thing
think
is-
we might. I think we are. And he gets it first try.
Oh, your little head. Well, I guess you're right.
So fake dive, for those that don't know, is on those breakable floors. There's a trick you can do where if you line yourself up just right, you can dive and break the floor without actually going through it. It is not perfectly consistent. It is some RNG.
I think on current patch it's not necessarily RNG, but
Is
on,
it fully consistent on current patch?
I think it's fully consistent on current patch, but on older patches, current patch is like determined by an RNG factor that happens the second you enter the room. There's nothing you can do.
Yes. It is just nothing you can do. But I guess, so Tigran saying that it is perfectly consistent in current patch.
Yeah.
I guess that's nice to know. So that makes it, much easier. And why not go for it, Getting that grub early, not having to come back through it or route in a different grub. And it looks like we're going to see Fernie exit towards that toll bench, going to the left side.
And Kip just now making his way towards Claw. This is
Opting not for the save and quit, but just routing all the way through Forgotten Crossroads to get over here is a lot of lost time.
I agree.
There are arguments for it if there are grubs on the way or eggs on the way, but there's not much that staying in Crossroads gets you. So and save and quits are just so fast. Fernie grabbing all the city eggs.
Yep. I think he forgot this one earlier. Went for the grub instead. It's good to come back. You don't want to have to backtrack too much. Though I'm sure there's a good chance. Well, maybe they don't come back for Lem at all, actually.
I don't think they're going to come back for Lem, because we know 1800 is going to get sunk into Lantern, and then depending on which way you want to go into Peaks, that's another 50, and then 60 for Sly. But you can get a lot of Geo just with where they're going. I mean, Gorgeous Husk is almost going to be a definite. Just for the extra cost you're going to have spending them all on stag stations. So I think I don't really foresee going back to Lem. I don't really see a need for more Geo. And then
Surely Fernie gets the key here, obviously.
Fernie getting the key. The key's required for access into waterways. Well, I guess it's not, but it's easy access into waterways.
Well, yeah, unless you want to have... Yeah.
Unless you want to do Spike Tunnel, which requires...
Um,
Oh no, he could do Spike
Precision.
Tunnel. He has yeah, it requires precision. If the final round of this tournament is a 106% race, I actually ran that
no.
category
You
while, so I love
misunderstand.
that.
You misunderstand. 106 egg percent.
Oh, 106 egg. I didn't see that.
So 106 egg is where you get all 101 rancid eggs. So 80 from
Yeah.
Tuck, 1 extra from Tuck, and then the 20 scattered across the world. Then you get 4 arcane eggs, all 4,
Yep.
and then you go to the Black Egg Temple. So
Yikes.
106 eggs. It's the speedrun I invented, and I tried to finish
I
it
didn't see
for
the egg port.
I tried to finish it forever ago, and at that point I sucked at the game. I really did. My routing was terrible.
What is it with you and repetitions? I bet you loved Mario Odyssey, just buying 80 moons at every shop.
Yeah, I enjoyed Mario Odyssey until I got to the darker side of the moon, and then I'm like, what? The rest of these moons kind of suck ass.
Yeah, that is true. So yeah, now with the extra movement and the damage, we're gonna see Fernie going around picking up these grubs that are close by in Crossroads.
Now this is where routing is going to get a little exciting because after Kip gets
Oh,
Claw,
not getting the grub up there.
honestly, how many do you need? 16?
16.
It's probably best to get that grub.
I think I would have gone for all. I guess it is just you can grab this egg right here. But I think I would have gone for all 5 grubs before even leaving Crossroads, just because that's the way my rando brain works.
Yes.
Even though it's definitely not optimal.
Oh, it's far from optimal. I wouldn't have done that. I may have gotten the grub from... What's his name? The Pogo grub that we talked about earlier. Where you
The
have to do the
Vengefly
Vengefly
Pogo?
Pogo. Yeah. I probably would have gotten
I-
that one because it's the closest to on the way, but I would have come back for the
Yeah.
others.
I guess, yeah. No, you're right. Because you can get the acid grub in the bottom left later if you want to do the acid skip into Fog Canyon. You can get it when you go through there. You can get the other grub when you save Sly. You can get the
You can get it when you come back
Spike
to do
Pogo
AUG
grub.
percent.
Or you can get it when you come back. You can get all of them when you come back to do AUG percent, realistically.
Yep.
Also, you can no longer break this grub through the floor like you can on 1221,
It's so
which
sad.
is, it's so sad.
Yeah, there are tons of grubs in Peaks. I
There
wouldn't
are
be
a
surprised
lot.
if Fernie gets almost all of them. He'll
Yeah,
definitely
the
skip
grubs
the...
and peaks also aren't too out of the way, but the one in the far right, right below Hollowness Crown, I think is probably not worth getting.
I think the main one that's not worth getting is the one with the one right where Fernie is, where you dash to the left there by Cornifer. That one with the Mimic. Oh, you were there yesterday.
I was there. Yeah, I killed that Mimic.
Mhm.
I also forgot how much damage Mimics deal, and I broke all 3 of them in the Deep Nest and had to exit that room.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. I thought you were gonna die.
Dude, I forgot how hard those are to kill when you have 0 upgrades, because I normally only fight them in Kalos.
So Kip appears to be making his way to Mantis Lords.
It does look like that. I'm wondering if he's gonna opt for the Mantis Lord's entry into Deep Nest without Lantern to grab. Is there even a grub or an egg there in the light?
No, there's not.
I don't think there is.
The only 2 eggs are the one over by the Devout and the one in the Weaver's Den. I
Yeah.
believe. I could be wrong. I often am.
So we are gonna see Fernie going through basically all the grub and egg locations in Sea Peaks, which there are quite a lot of.
Oh yes.
And I also wouldn't be surprised. Fernie doesn't have Lantern, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Fernie get D-Dark anyway, because I believe Fernie does know Crystal Peaks Dark Room.
Mhm.
And there's
It's-
an egg very close to it, so
There's
you
an
might
egg
as well pick
close
that
and a
up.
grub.
There is indeed a grub.
So it's really, as far as getting upgraded spells, it's definitely the best one to go for.
And we have Fernie going for damageless cycle. Are we going to see an underplat?
Oh, we better see an underplat.
We're going to see a very, very costly
Oh
underplat.
no, Fernie! We've seen 2 underplat attempts so far in this race, or all of these races. And one of them was Tigran trying to do a stylish underplat because they missed it, and then almost dying and skipping it.
And then almost dying.
Yep.
I didn't do an underplat attempt.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I look out for that underplat.
Big underplat fan, OJ over here.
Oh, I am.
That was your nickname, underplat OJ.
Because I was like
Are you
gold.
a big proponent of the underplat Radiance fight?
Yes, I think it's necessary.
You can't beat Radiance. If you beat Radiance without that, you didn't actually beat Radiance.
So say what you will about Mario Odyssey, I do enjoy watching the runs. Like actual speed runs in Mario Odyssey are pretty fun to watch.
I mean, the movement in that game is very, very cool.
Exactly. The whole game itself isn't great, but I don't know if you've seen it, but there's the XD skip
Yeah.
right at the end of the run. For those who don't know, basically, right at the end, there's this 2D section of Bowser in Mario Odyssey, and there's a jump you can do that saves literally no time, but if you miss it, loses like 2 minutes. And it's there are some people who will not complete a run without doing it. I love myself some meme strats.
I feel like you'd be a huge fan of Talk 2%. Do you know Talk 2%?
I'm trying to remember what game that is. Is that Breath of the Wild?
No, that's Mario Odyssey. Talkatoo gives you a hint to the location of a moon, and Talkatoo% is you are only allowed to get that moon, and then you have to go back and talk to him again.
Oh,
And
that
you
one
get
sounds
every
fun.
moon in the game that way.
Yeah, that sounds like hell.
Yeah, Fernie is gonna go back now for the scrub. I guess it's just an order of operations thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're not entirely sure why.
The best
like
thing
it's
we
doing
have is
Xbox.
Deep Nest entry. Or swag.
It's Deep Nest entry, but it's Deep Nest entry for later.
Yes.
Because there's nothing in Deep Nest for you now, but it does open it up so you don't have to do this fight later after you get Lantern. However, it is going to be slower because you don't have any of the upgrades.
Alright,
So we're going to see Freddy grabbing this egg.
and then we're going to see where he heads. I'm imagining
wonder-
he's going to head back to the right, but we're going to have to see.
I think we're going to see a Dark Room.
Yeah.
I think Fernie knows it, and I think D-Dark is just very, very valuable.
I don't think it's as
The arguments
valuable as
too.
you'd think. Like, for this run, the only real boss is Soulmaster. And Broken Vessel.
Ooh, sliding off the platform, not getting his jump.
Shit.
We're giving it one attempt and backing out. So I kind of like this from Fernie. This has happened. There's another thing that Fernie did where he did one attempt, it didn't work, and he just left the room. And I kind of like that. Just, you didn't get it, cut your losses, move on to the next thing. Don't waste time trying something and just to have that happen again.
I'm a 2-attempt kind of guy. I won't waste too much time, but it's not a bad move, especially since, well, I doubt you're coming back this way ever. So this is completely going no damage upgrades for Fern.
The only thing I would say about attempting that Crystal Peaks Dark Room again is that D-Dark is not required. However, there is a grub in that mound, which could shave off a lot of time having to route in another one.
And Fern is going to go back up here so he can get the Spike Room grub.
Gonna grab Spike Room Grub and... Or not Spike... Or yeah, Spike Room Grub, not Husk Sentry Grub.
Yes.
And we're probably going to see a Gruzmother fight, Sly save, and maybe even purchasing that egg.
Potentially Shaman Stone.
Potentially a Shamstone purchase. I'd be surprised.
For most people, it's muscle memory, but there's really no reason to have it this run, unfortunately. The only thing it
We're
really
gonna see the
kind of help
dive
with is
for
some arenas.
Gruzmother. Both
Like-
players in Gruzmother are always fun to see.
It's Petro Arena isn't technically required, but it could be helpful.
It
But,
could be helpful.
Shaman Stone might be useful. If you skipped like Dash Master and any other charm that might be useful, there's no real reason not to go for Shaman Stone.
Wait, did Fernie end with no soul?
I didn't see.
Because I was surprised Fernie didn't do a dive for cleanup.
I think we are gonna see Shaman Stone. Or just
We are going to see a
Cerebral.
Shamstone purchase. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't think it's a waste. And
The
Mudkip's
steady
about to be in
body
the same room.
purchase.
Hold up. And we have
The
both
steady-
his Libera's hat. Wow. Sorry.
The Steady's body purchase for a Charm Notch attempt.
Attempt.
Why do he didn't have enough? He was one charm off. But why do we need a Charm Notch? What's the goal here? Spell Twister and Shaman
Hardcore did
Stone.
the same thing. Oh my god. Wait, long nail purchase. Now this.
A long nail purchase is gonna, as opposed to a Shaman Stone purchase. By
Yes,
the way.
they're now 2 geos short of Shaman Stone. And
So Fernie,
Oh, no.
I like what Fernie is doing. Having C dash and getting that. There's no need for a shade skip, and you can just go straight into Blue Lake this way and grab that egg.
yes, this is fine. This is basically the only big upside to skipping the lamp room or the lantern room is that you have to come through here anyway, so you can go through here and then head down to Right Side City.
I wonder. I do think we're gonna see Fernie stop and pick up Dream now. Mudkip
Oh.
made the shade skip, but didn't hit the shade earlier, so he's just opting to leave it there because there wasn't much geo on it after the long nail purchase. So
It's not going to hurt him right now. It may
It's not
later
gonna
if he has
hurt
to go
him,
back
if
for it.
if he doesn't die, if he gets what he wants, a save and quit right back to that bench, grabbing that. Because if you do get the geo for it, you could buy King Station Stag, without sitting, save and quit, and then just go back to King Station, and you'll pick up your shade. Only a little bit of time loss. And we are going to see Fernie going for Dream Nail. And with C dash, just getting Dream Nail is so fast. You just get to the top of one of those little gazebos, and you're golden. Oh, also, is the dash off? Is the dash off of Dream platforms only faster in loadless timers?
I do not know, honestly. I think it is, actually.
Because I noticed that I was doing that, and I was like, this might not be useful. And we're going to see both players going for Dream Nail. This is another one of those cases that we had yesterday where both players are in the same location in space, but very much far in terms of progress to completion. Fernie, can you pause the game and get out of Sears Hut early on current patch or no?
No, I don't believe so.
That's a bummer. That's one of my favorites, seeing the night little fall.
Yeah, I think on old patches it was 2 separate rooms, and now it is just, or on old patches it's 1 room, and now it's 2 separate rooms. So no matter what, you're not going to see the sleepy night thing.
Gotcha. All right, gonna go. You know, another reason that dive is necessary, the egg in crypts.
Yep.
So we're gonna see Fernie go straight there. This is just a me thing, but I hope Fernie goes and talks to the Grey Mourner, a favorite of mine.
Grey Mourner is a favorite of yours?
I like the Grey Mourner.
You like weird characters, man.
Willow and Grey Mourner.
Yes, that's what I said. The one that
Do people
eats
not, do
knights.
people not like Willow?
Yeah, people hate Willow.
I love Willow.
Honestly, almost every single character in this entire game is extremely debated upon whether people like them or hate them.
Wait, is there no egg in crypts? Was Fernie down there for a grub?
I didn't think there was an egg, but you said there was, and I trusted
I
you.
thought there was.
No, there's like
I thought that's
3
where the
different
one
geo
resting grounds
chests.
is.
There's 3 different geo chests, a Hollow Nest seal, I think an idol as well, Soul Eater, and a grub.
Is Blue Lake considered part of resting grounds?
Yes.
Or is, okay,
my
that's
guess.
why. I thought because there's one rancid egg in resting grounds, and I didn't know where it was, so I just assumed it wasn't crypts because I didn't realize that Blue Lake was considered part of resting grounds.
Now this is interesting. We were saying we weren't going to go back to Lamb, but I guess if you didn't go straight to Waterways, now there's a good point to go to Lamb.
And also, I didn't think Fernie was going to buy, Shaman Stone and Heavy Body and go for a Charm Notch, so if you need the extra Geo, grabbing some seals, like we're probably going to see the seal above King Station, and we're going to see a Gorgeous Husk kill.
At this point, this is just
You do
excess
still need
Geo, right?
Lantern. Yes. Well, no, we don't have Lantern yet from either player.
Well, yes,
Fernie-
but with all these relics, what else are they going to get? Stags? That's basically it.
Stags, maybe more charms.
Mudkip is
Mudkip is a little lost.
a little confused.
I don't know Mudkip's plan.
I don't think Mudkip does either.
Did Fernie equip Shaman Stone? Let me check the size of. No. Right, that's too small.
Because it takes up space, Tigran. Sorry, what'd you say?
Fernie does not have Shaman Stone equipped, right?
Yes. I don't know why.
What is Mudkip looking for?
I think they're trying to get into Pleasure House for the egg there, which you cannot do from this side.
No, you cannot. You need a key. In fact, that's where Fernie is.
Yes.
You can only
unfortunate.
exit through there to Pleasure House. Fernie did not go up high enough and is gonna have to wait for the elevator again.
You gotta go up until you see the corpse, and then you jump out.
Oh. I don't believe that jump is makeable. You
It's
might be
not.
able to pogo off of the
You know how
background
many
object.
times has gotten stuck in here in randos? It's not possible.
I will always use my first key in randos for Pleasure House.
Technically, that's almost never optimal. You want to use it for.
It is never optimal. You want to use it for waterways because
Thank
it's
you.
just more checks.
Yes.
However,
Mhm.
if the rando won't let you use it for Pleasure House if you need it for Waterways, and I hate Waterways.
Usually, I don't think that's what happens. Instead, you just see people going for, what's it called? Like, there's an
There we go.
option on the randos that makes it so you can have multiple keys in route. You want to have, like, 2 or 3, and that's always going to make it safe.
That is also true, but if you only have one in routing, I think the game won't let you use it because it doesn't allow you to soft lock.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, also I'm almost always in Waterways through Spike Tunnel Skip, just because that is you always have those upgrades in randos.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's been a bit of a while, and Mudkip still does not have their shade back.
I don't think they know where they're going still. I think they want to just go towards eggs, and they're remembering where eggs are, the fact that there's some in Edge, and that there's some in Pleasure House, and they're trying to get there. At times they shouldn't, and with like the wrong gear and the wrong way. It's unfortunately pretty sloppy. I'm hoping Kip just gets this grub and leaves. But I have a feeling
I
they're going
don't
to
think we're
Edge.
going to see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have Love Key.
Yeah.
So,
Even if you have Love Key, you can't go in that way. Unless you open it from the other side.
yeah, that's true. I mean, and also you can't open it from that side without an upgrade. I think one of many upgrades that Kip does not have. Or without at least one of those upgrades. And then we did see Fernie stop in Dirtmouth and buy the lantern and the egg from Sly. And we're going to see Fernie go down to Basin.
There's no way.
Or Spike Tunnels.
I think we might see a Spike Tunnel here. I hope so.
I hope he's a Spike Tunnel. I love Spike
okay.
Tunnel. Cool trick.
That's a Spike Floor from Fernie?
That was a Spike Floor. We're not. We're going to see... we're probably going to see him grab...
Wings.
Definitely not the Wanderer's Journal. Maybe? Okay. He stopped, and I was like, is he going to go down there for the journal? We're going to see Wings, and we're going to see the Grub, most likely.
Does Fernie play on keyboard?
Fernie does play on keyboard.
Fernie looks like a keyboard player. You can just tell the difference in the way
Fernie
they play.
plays everything on keyboard.
Weird.
No Spike Tunnel yet, Tigran. Don't count it out.
Yeah, you can't count it out, Tigran.
I doubt Fernie's buying this bench.
There's no reason to come back.
Save and quit after Grub.
Sure, but...
That's my guess. And Fernie still does have the extra relics and could go to Lemon anytime, so the money is not necessarily a waste.
Well, to be honest, I would rather save the money, get a little extra, and then take the stag out, probably. Unless we're going to see a Spike Tunnel.
We're going to see a save and quit now, in fact.
Interesting.
I wonder what for.
Me too.
Mudkip, again, has just the order of operations wrong and knows where the eggs are, but doesn't know how to get to them from his current location.
Oh, and Fernie's going to go equipped Shaman Stone. I like it.
There it is, okay.
Going for right side rafters. I don't think Mudkip hit it.
Right side rafters is a bold choice.
I feel like they're going to go for the nail upgrade. Yep.
Yep, looks like it. Fernie getting hit a couple times, but you know, we're going to stop down here for the other key. That's not a key. Yes, it is, okay.
Well, yeah, it's smart to go for both keys.
For sure.
No,
Especially
honestly,
because you don't have to buy the one. So.
I mean, at this point for Fernie, if Fernie goes back to Lem, it doesn't matter.
That is true.
It's probably faster, in fact, to go get the Sly key, or negligible, to be honest. It makes more sense with his route to get that key, but it doesn't matter.
So we're going to see a Wings pickup, we're going to see a Grub, we're going to see a Save and Quit, and then I think Fernie is going to go to probably Waterways, either with this key or through Spike Tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Go refresh Fernie's stream real quick. It's a little laggy, so give me 1 sec, guys. Please don't give me an ad, Twitch. Let's go. Wait, something's wrong. There we go.
Alright, so let's see Vernie's Broken Vessel fight. I do like picking up Dive for Broken Vessel because Dive makes this fight much, much easier and much, much safer. If you are at all in danger, you can hit Dive and you will just tank through everything.
That is true. A player of Fernie's caliber probably doesn't need it, especially with Shaman Stone, but obviously you need it for eggs anyway, so it's not really.
It's definitely not required, and Fernie could 100% do this without it, but I do know that Fernie's also used to this fight with it.
Mm-hmm.
Fernie is on Twitch right now. I just tried to shout him out. I am not allowed to, actually.
You are not a mod, unfortunately.
I don't know why I tried to do that. Fernie doesn't stream consistently, however, he is streaming for this tournament.
Mm-hmm. And the username you see on screen is Fernie's Twitch. Yes, I know it's just there's no profile picture. That's still Fernie, I promise.
It is indeed Fernie. And there we see the wings pick up.
Yep.
And Mudkip has made their way to this side of city and is going to be able to grab this this egg.
Is this the first? I know it's hard to keep track of. This is the big difference between this run and 100 False Night Cycles.
False Night Cycles is long, but it's easy to count.
False Night Cycles was easy to count for you?
I went to school for counting.
Okay, fair enough. You got me there. Okay.
Oh no.
Fernie won't take a death here.
I wouldn't be surprised if we stop, see Fernie heal.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. There's no reason not to heal here. You're quitting out afterwards anyways.
And then we're going to see the safe way to the grub.
The slow
and here's
way.
The quit out.
You're slow.
This safe way, everyone's favorite gas station.
AUG% is obviously the... I say obviously. You Dreamnail maggots until they say, Explorer% is to get every egg that spawns naturally in the world or you get from NPCs that aren't Tuck. So there are 20 eggs.
And we're seeing Mudkip make their way up top now, and they're going to finally have, this whole area opened up.
Mm-hmm. Listen, eggs have such little purpose in this game, and it sucks, because they're scattered in such cool, fun places that, I gotta give them their own categories, some way for the eggs to, be in the spotlight. Fernie has a pretty large lead.
See a spike tunnel skip.
There's a good chance. There's a chance. I don't know about good. No, of course I'm hoping for it too. This could be fun. Let's see. Nope.
No, unfortunate.
Yep. Well, I guess they got that key, so there's no real surprise.
They got the key, and there are plenty of eggs close by to that spot, so you have to be there anyway. You might as well do waterways as intended as possible and pick up all of your eggs on the way.
Mm-hmm. Tigran, that's actually one of my favorite details in this entire thing, is that I put % at the end of all of these categories for literally no reason.
I mean, that's just how categories are.
Yeah.
For the most part. There's no reason for Altuba % to be a %.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious.
But it, of course, is dependent on the game, because, for Super Mario 64,
there's 16 star.
It's just 16 star, 70 star. It's just how the naming convention works.
Mm-hmm.
Except for, there's 4 Mask Shards and 3 Vessel Fragments. Those are category extensions, and those don't have %.
Yep.
True Ending, in fact. It's just called that.
I was going to point that out. And all skills, if you want to count all skills as a category.
All skills is definitely a category, just not a good one.
This is going to be the only match today, unfortunately.
We're going to see Fernie going to drop down here and grab this grub. Or just go to the bench.
We'll more likely get the egg here on the right side.
Yeah. There is, I believe, if you go back up through the wall through the doorway on your left, there is a breakable wall on your right after falling down that has a grub behind it.
LeBun with the snipe. Say that again? Sorry, I was jump scared.
Back up from the bench. Yeah, actually, where Freddy's going. Up through the bench, through the doorway on your left, fall
Oh,
down.
yeah.
There's a breakable wall on the right with a grub.
On the right? Oh, a grub. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say an egg. There's an egg directly to the left of it.
There. There is an egg to the left of it, which
Yeah,
I
we'll see a C dash right
probably where Freddy's going now.
here. Yeah, there's actually 2 eggs this way. There's one on the top and one on the bottom.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't know if we'll see a C dash simply because those worms get in the way.
If you don't go up in the first place, they're never a problem.
Oh yeah, if you go from the bottom, you are fine. Except for this one can be in the way. At least it can on other patches.
Yeah, and you can just cancel your C dash anyways. It's no big deal.
And then we still have Mudkip making their way through Sanctum, gonna be picking up Dive and the Grub afterwards, and also the extra Geo that you're gonna get.
I got news for you, Tigran. The world record holder for TE is actually visuals.
Classic visualization television dub.
So, fun fact
Fernie
about
taking
visuals.
A lot of hits.
Oh, Fernie's. Ooh. The hell am I listening to?
Fernie, I'm a little scared for him, but it looks like he made it out. He's doing fine. He's gonna pick up this egg up here and then be on his way.
Yep.
Most likely
Definitely a
to
safe
the
quit.
right side of. Well, there is still the grubbed in right side, but you'd have to go through. What is that? Dung Defender to get it, so not worth doing the fight.
Mm-hmm. So, fun fact about visuals. He and I have raced 2 times. I have won one, he has won the other, which means technically I am tied with visuals and also the TE world record holder.
Yeah, you want to talk about what those races were, though?
We don't need to. But I'll put it this way: the one I won was Hollow Knight, so that should put
The
it
one
into
you
perspective
won
for you. The one it was Hollow Knight. It was Hollow Knight, man. We were playing Hollow Knight.
And we're gonna see Freddy going to get the last rancid egg. I think the last rancid egg. Freddy picked up 3 in waterways, right?
I
And there are only 4 in waterways.
think they got 2.
I think they got 3. Yeah, right. The
No, you got. Wait, yeah, all
yeah,
3.
it's 3. It's 3.
Yep.
And then there's one more through
This side, yep. The
Yzma's
Blug sec.
passage. So
At this point, oh, they
I
didn't
don't
fight
know.
Defender.
I don't know if we're allowed to say that even. I mean, yeah, you and I don't see a reason to fight Defender. Yeah, the grub is in fact just up here, and I really doubt we're gonna see either player get Yzma's. We're most likely just gonna see a saving. Not even a saving, but actually just an exit from
Fern.
Fernie.
Tigran, you are most definitely allowed to say that, by the way.
I think what is it, 29-time world record holder visuals might take issue with that.
He's not here to take issue with that, is he? He will be if he
I'll
watched
take
my
issue
streams.
on his behalf.
Yeah, by all means.
Just play devil's advocate, you know. All right, Fernie taking a stop. Just trying to figure out, I guess, where to go next.
Yeah, probably looking at the interactive map and has all the eggs on it. That's my guess.
The interactive map for this game is so densely packed. If you don't know what you're looking for, it is so hard to use.
Well, you can check everything off.
Yeah, I know. It's just like if you leave everything on, there are so many pickups in this goddamn game.
I mean, it's
So
a good
where
game.
is Fernie going to go? Fernie does not have the required amount of grubs for Grubfather Egg, so
Also, did Kip die to Master, or is this like... No, it didn't die because they
No.
would have had their shade.
yep.
Just took a while to get there.
Taking a minute, the Soul Warrior fight gave him a little bit of issue.
Mm-hmm. Skipping that grub. Interesting. Maybe they already have 16?
I've been kind of half counting, so I don't have an exact number, but I didn't think they were at 16 yet. Maybe they just have another one routed. I mean, but that one's so easy to get. They must have 16, and I'm
I don't
off.
know. I don't think they have 16.
I don't think so either.
I agree, Tigran. You act like Viz has paid me a single time, Tigran.
Yeah, we're gonna see Fernie go all the way over to the Nailmaster, and we're gonna see the egg pickup.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we're gonna see a quick slash pickup.
I doubt it.
We
There's
know
no
Fernie
need.
wanted the charm notches. Maybe he's going for quick slash shaman stone rather than spell twister shaman stone.
Yeah, for what boss?
You know, the many bosses in this
Yeah,
category.
there's like 40 of them. More. I haven't done any editing for him yet, Tigran. He's been writing the same script for like a minute now.
And we're gonna see Fernie making his way downtown. This might genuinely be my least favorite area in the entire game.
Edge? I kind of agree.
No, this specific part.
Oh,
My least favorite.
it's awkward
my
and
least favorite
annoying.
biome is Deep Nest, but this might be my least favorite section of the game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Fernie has the egg pickup.
This is looking pretty clean shut right now, to be honest. I want to
We're not-
like throw something in for Mudkip, but Fernie has not been weak in any category as far as routing and gameplay.
Well, there's been two missed grubs now. The one on the way and the one to the right in that hopper room.
Okay.
Fernie
Yes.
definitely knows the whereabouts of those grubs. I'm wondering, quick slash?
I don't know why. This is a
I
waste
don't
of
know
time.
why either.
So you can
There is
kill
no-
block
there
sacks
is-
faster?
There is literally no boss required for this category. Oh, I have potentially an idea. Is Fernie gonna get grubs through collector? There's no way that's fast. There's no way that's fast.
I was thinking about it. I think it's only faster if you go for like edge after you go for Queen's Gardens.
Queen's Gardens,
Which
yeah, because
you
you
not
can't
do.
even get to Love Key again going through this room without getting that egg.
Getting to Love Key without Ismas really isn't that bad. All you really need is wings and C dash.
Fernie going to not get the wings off in time. Gonna have to try again.
Does this work
So
on current
basically-
patch?
This does work on current patch, I believe. If you dash and then jump, your save point will go to that little box right there,
Okay,
and then
perfect.
you can make your way into the right side of Kingdom's Edge. This is why I said that you needed Crystal Heart and Wings for the second egg. I believe it is required to go through this room.
It's not.
Is it not?
No, because you can go up from the bottom where he was
Oh,
earlier.
you
Quick
can
slash.
go up all the way from the bottom, but that's way faster.
It's faster,
Or this
yes.
is faster.
Well, it depends. I don't know. What I like to do when I clear this room in randos, and I got shit for it during my race, but I like to put a Dream Gate right at the top where you go to the up transition, and then I clear the right side out because there's tons of checks over there. People are like, "Why'd you go to the left side first?" Or the
Okay,
up
but
side.
neither of these players are going to have access to Dreamgate unless you want to see them grab 800.
Oh, I know, I
Essence.
know. This is faster in this scenario for sure.
And here is the last egg in Edge for Fernie.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know you could do the wingless one in current patch. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, if you can do the other one, you can do the wingless one. But it is definitely harder without wings.
Mhm.
Now we're probably going to see a stag back to.
Dirtmouth probably. Is my guess.
I was going to say Crossroads. Okay, I was thinking Crossroads for
Hog percent.
Og percent, exactly.
Apparently, we're going for Shio Egg.
We are going to go for Shio Egg. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You can get Og percent at any time. It is not going to be the deciding factor at all.
Yes.
So just grabbing all the eggs, making sure you have all 20, and then going is going to be nice. Wait. Oh, right, we didn't require tuck. I was like, hold on a minute. We just left waterways, but yeah, no tuck eggs.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see, I hope we see the fast Shio cycles. Didn't attach to that wall high enough to get the fast C-dash cycle. This room gave me so much trouble in my 106 learning.
Really?
I couldn't start. I would always try to start my C dashes too early before I actually clung to the wall, and then it wouldn't happen, and I'd start sliding down, and I'd miss a cycle. It happened so often.
That's pretty awkward. It actually looks really hard in like 112, 106 runs. Like it's not a ridiculously hard room unless you're missing any piece of movement. But
I didn't realize until because I've been watching Hollow Knight speedrunning for years before I started attempting, and 106 is what makes you realize that every single room in this game doing fast is kind of hard.
yeah, that's what kind of puts Hollow Knight above a lot of these other games as far as speed goes. Is every single room has these really, really fast ways you can do them, and there's strats for every single room. But I don't know. It feels
Hold on.
it's fun to learn.
Is Fernie's Crossroads infected?
Yeah, they kill Vessel.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yep. I forgot. Yeah. Any Dreamer or Vessel will infect Crossroads. I always forget about Vessel. I'm so used to just picking up a Dreamer and a Rando and then being upset.
Yeah, me too. I cut a piece of grass earlier and it was Mon.
False. Is it the Wings pickup?
It's Broken Vessel.
Tigran is saying false. It does not infect Crossroads. So what infected Fernie's Crossroads? It has to be the Wings pickup itself.
It's one of the two.
Yeah.
Are you about this?
I'd say no, just so we can keep track at the end. You can trigger inventory and you'll have all 20.
Mm-hmm.
It's the easiest way to keep track.
I would unmute and talk in Discord, but Kip left for some reason.
Also, that's true, Kip. So you can spend your egg to get your shade back, but I mean, Kip's not too far away from it.
I don't think you should be able to spend the egg to get it back.
I don't think you
for
should
like
either.
it makes it so much harder for us. Well,
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't. It really doesn't, because
I'm
all
just
we have to
saying-
do is count to 19 instead of 20. But I still think you shouldn't be allowed
That's
to.
true.
Also, my category, so.
It is Wings pickup animation. Okay. It's the animation, not just the having of the wings either. So I guess Wings picking up wings in a rando won't infect Crossroads, but will getting the check at Wings infect your Crossroads. This
Not
game
sure
has
that's
some very weird things in it. In terms of like the coding, there's a lot of stuff that just kind of makes no sense with how the game works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just reading your thing, Tigran. that didn't come from me. I didn't know that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this game where the coding just kind of it's almost just like left in.
Did Fernie get Lantern?
No.
Okay,
Wait, yes, no. Fernie got Lantern. Fernie bought Lantern when he bought the egg from Sly.
Oh, I didn't realize Fernie had already done that, to be honest.
Yeah. Fernie went back to Dirtmouth, bought Lantern and egg.
Well, then I guess we're about to see both the Deep
We're
Nest
going to
eggs.
see, and we're probably going to see some grubs. Well, there's none
There's
on the way. No, they're on the other side.
There's one on the way-ish, if
There's
you
one
go
on
to
the
Nosk
way.
egg, or to Nosk room.
I believe the deepness eggs are the last one from Fernie. So Fernie has
Is that correct?
finished. Oh no, Gardens, Queen's Garden.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's the garden
egg.
egg.
And Grubfather. Garden egg and Grubfather. But Fernie did Tears, eggs, Peaks eggs. There's
Spark,
3 in Deep Nest.
Spark, thank you for the raid. We are closing on, I think, the end of this run, to be honest. Fernie has 3 eggs left, I believe? 4?
3 eggs left, and then does actually have to complete Og percent. Neither player has done that yet.
Yes, to be fair, it's only like a small, not a small chance, but it's only a chance that it says AUG. It's not necessarily guaranteed.
It isn't guaranteed.
Wait a minute.
It's not quite as hard as Matterbug, but
Dude,
you know.
Dude, Fernie's on a different language. We're gonna have to ask Fernie to swap back to English so we can verify. I'll do that.
You should do that now.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Hey, Fernie. Just letting you know, we're not going to be able to see when you get AUG percent unless you turn your language to English. So at that point, when you go to do that, please turn it to English, because I'm not very good with Chinese or whatever you have on.
Let's hope Fernie heard that. I'm sure he did.
You know, it's funny because we were discussing what is the scenario where it's
We did
better to
talk
be in
about-
English than any other
talked about
language.
this yesterday that if you know the game inside and out in simplified Chinese like Fernie does, it is faster, the text scrolls faster, and there is just less of it. However, you need them to say a specific phrase, and they cannot do that in simplified Chinese because they are saying a different phrase. Or, this is just me spitballing here. Maybe it's written in English anyway.
Yeah, honestly, it is.
It could.
It's
It
a
very well could
sound.
be. It is a sound. And we're gonna see the Weaver.
And we
Egg.
see we're getting a dark room from Mudkip too.
We are getting a dark room from Mudkip.
I
Fernie
don't expect
actually
this to go
gave
very
up
well.
on this dark room. So if Mudkip can complete it, oof.
Mhm.
Fernie,
Oh.
that was scary. Oh, getting hit next to spikes with 2 health is the scariest thing that can happen to you in this game.
Yeah, you're right.
Again, the classic order of operations issue that's been plaguing Mud for most of this. Knew the grub was there, however, has to come from the other side to actually get the grub.
You see,
I
that's
love that
definitely
too.
Chinese.
It is. It is definitely simplified Chinese. We're gonna see another Mud basically just following what Fernie did a little while ago and grabbing all of the grubs and eggs and sea peaks now. Gonna grab Seed Ash while here and
Yep.
go through the whole thing.
Fernie's actually on the wrong level. And Spark,
Fernie is
how did your
on the
stream go? I'm sorry I didn't engage earlier. I was distracted. Yeah. And of course, you're welcome for the shout out.
And here is the egg.
Now I'm interested to see whether or not Fernie quits out.
There's one more egg in Deep Nest, right? There's 3.
No?
There's 3 in Deep Nest.
Oh yes, Beast Den egg. There
I
might
was
be
about to say,
2
we
Beast
have to
Den.
stay in Deep Nest.
No,
There's
one.
only one.
It's
There's
the
only one.
blood sack, yeah.
Yeah. I do hate Beasten, just, what is it called? You have to. Beasten sucks.
It does suck. Also, going in backwards is not going to save time here. Actually, it
will
might.
not. I wonder.
No, I think it
will
does.
say, I want to see a music glitch. Does music glitch work in current patch?
I don't know, but he doesn't have music on anyways.
That's true, man. Fernie, turn your music on.
Exactly. So it does save time to go in the opposite way, I believe, because otherwise,
Yes.
because otherwise you have to.
I mean, the animation itself just takes forever.
Yeah, and not only that, but if you try to quit out after getting the egg, it's just going to take you back to the start
It's
of
going to
Beast Den.
take you right back to the start.
Yep. So this is definitely the right start or strat. Yeah, no
Yep,
problem, Spark.
there we go. Oh, we are getting music glitch. Oh, never mind. Stop holding. Fernie, I don't trust this man anymore. We see Mudkip actually getting stuck in a little spot in Sea Peaks. Gonna have to go all the way back around and up to be able to do the Sea Heart.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's a relatively small time loss, but the fact that Kip has been functioning on like 2/3 soul for like 40 to 50% of this entire run is slowing Kip down for
It
sure.
has been a significant portion of the run where Kip has simply had no shade.
These are things that like one room it does not matter, but like compare the difference that like
40
Waves makes or
minutes?
something. Yeah, this is a long time at this point.
And also, I mean, this hasn't come into play yet, but there was also about 200 to 300 Geo on that shade.
Mm-hmm.
He had 550 and then bought Longnail,
Yes.
which is what, 200?
Thanks for watching, Spark. I hope you had a good stream.
That's still almost 400 gold.
Gold.
Fernie, Geo.
Oh my God, Spark, Jesus. With the snipe.
And Fernie has grabbed the last egg in Deep Nest.
I think Fernie's gonna die here, to be honest.
I don't think Fernie's gonna die here. What does Fernie die to?
I don't know.
he got the thing. I was about to say, it's just a quit out.
Yeah, I know, but then Fernie started moving backwards.
Mudkip really equipped Gathering Swarm.
Now that is a huge pog. Oh, this does take Fernie
Yeah.
back to the start. That sucks.
I think that's a current patch thing because it doesn't in 1.2.2.1, right?
I don't know how it works in 1.2.2.1 because you don't like quit out in Beast Den. You get
You just leave.
Hera. Yeah, you just get Hera and leave.
Yeah. Oh, Fernie's saving the grub. Come on. Well, I guess you need to.
Yeah, of course.
Well, you might not have if you didn't skip the, what is it, 3 grubs he's passed now without saving? Or is it still only the 2?
No idea.
It's the Kingdom's Edge one, the, one in right side quick slash gauntlet. I think it's just those 2. We'll ask Fernie about them when we, talk to them after the race.
Mm-hmm. Fernie's routing overall has been pretty perfect. Fernie, man.
Yeah, no real issues with
I don't
anything
want to
Fernie's
like
done.
pick people, but right now Fernie is my favorite to win this tournament. Just like as far as mistakes have gone, we haven't seen a single death. We haven't seen Eddie like
We haven't seen
real
a death.
time
We've
loss.
seen, no real. The biggest thing that I can see right now, I think, is literally just deciding to attempt Dark Room in Crystal Peaks and then just backing out of it.
Yes, that and then getting the bench and Beast Den actually didn't save any time. And then maybe the second Lem cell, they got a couple extra relics, but at that point, might as well just be safe. Wait, why are you... Okay.
And Toll Bench wasn't really a time loss or a time save. It was just kind of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm against saving grubs in general, by the way, Tigran.
Oh, what are you, Fireborn?
Just fire. I just
Does Fireborn... Do you know anything
Fireborn
about Fireborn? That's
I
his whole
don't
thing.
watch his
Fireborn hates
content.
grubs. Yeah, well... I don't know. It bleeds around, whether you watch it or not. But no, Fireborn's very anti-grub.
I want to say 2 Fireborn videos, and they're just skin showcases.
Oh, I've seen those too.
I think that's all I've seen from Fireborn. I'm against saving grubs, and then I'm against not killing Mila. Kill Mila.
Yes, you're one of those people. You see, I don't get it. I don't get why people are like, you have to be evil. Like, I get it. Like, if you want to kill Mila, sure, it's your gameplay. But when people say, how dare you spare Mila? Dude, get
Oh,
a
no.
therapist.
I don't care what y'all do. It's just in every playthrough, I'm killing Mila and I'm killing the Nail Master.
Mm-hmm.
However, my reasoning for killing Mila is because I think she's annoying. My reason for killing the Nail Master is because he asks you to.
Yeah, and then when you don't kill him, he's extremely happy about it.
Yes, but when I really like to immerse myself in the gameplay. And you
Oh,
are
yes, of course. You're going to immerse yourself in the gameplay.
Hey, let me finish.
All right, no.
Finish.
How about I'm going to lead you somewhere else. What if I asked you, Pound, can you hand me that gun? I'm going to kill myself.
I will never kill him with spells. No, I would not do that because in Hollow Knight you are playing as, an unfeeling, emotionless character. In real life, I'm not doing that. I'm not.
I don't know. Right now, it's starting to sound like you're a real unfeeling, emotional character.
Nah. If I was an unfeeling, emotional character, would I have favorite NPCs? Of course not.
Well, you would also, I don't know, be the kind of person to kill people because they're slightly annoying, because they're singing to themselves.
They're not singing to themselves. They're singing to you.
No, they're
Ow.
singing to themselves. They're singing before you walk in. You want to really immerse yourself in the game? Let's talk about the fact that Mila is singing well before, like, as you're walking in. Has no idea
Yeah.
you're there until you walk up to her.
Yeah, but they don't hold a conversation. They're just singing when you go talk to them, and then they have to wait and then stop. I don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with Milo.
Uh-huh. Sorry, as an unfeeling, motionless character, I kind of get it. Makes sense.
What can I say? The knight may be a perfect vessel, but I'm not. Fernie is doing QG arenas. These arenas take a while if you
Yep.
don't have Shadesville?
This was my biggest advocate for Shaman Stone.
Yeah, and really the only advocate for Shaman Stone.
Yep,
Are we gonna see Fernie's first death?
I think so, honestly. Ooh, clutch fireball.
Not a clutch.
Not a clutch walk into the attack. That's not very helpful.
Yeah. Not a
Alright.
clutch, no dodge.
Fernie's first real mistake. Well, yeah, real mistake. The others
Fernie's
were all
first
small.
real mistake was deciding to do this tournament.
I think that was LeBron's mistake.
That was your mistake for putting 100 false night cycles
No,
on the
I
list
would
of
do it
things to
again.
do.
I would do it again in a heartbeat.
If that was my category, I'm
What, you gonna quit? So
Yeah.
You gonna bitch out if you get 100 false night cycles?
Yes.
I'll give you 102 false night cycles. You gotta keep in mind, I'm
And,
in control of what you do.
GG, whoever
GG
my
easy.
opponent is gets the win. Because I'm not doing that.
I think you would. We both know you're lying. I know you're a cold,
If you
emotionless
put-
character.
If you put 102 false night cycles, I'm not, the knight is, but if you put 102 false night cycles in Fernie deciding to heal on the spawn for the
Oh my god.
spikes,
He did
this
that
isn't
earlier too, but he
1
burned
those
it.
spikes have hitboxes.
Mm-hmm. Tigran, the reason I won't give you 2,929 false night cycles is because I know you do it.
And also because I don't know if OJ can count that high.
I really can't. I would not count it for you. I'd have Hardcore make you a mod or some shit.
Mudkip is really taking a lot of time in peaks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if Mudkip is very familiar with this area.
Honestly, this is almost over at this point anyways. We have 2 eggs left from Fernie, and then...
And then AUG percent after
Yes.
changing the game to English.
Yep.
I hope Finny remembers how to do that. Because if he doesn't, he might be here for a minute. Yeah, mod for console.
Mhm.
We
People
can't
mod consoles. Not Hollow Knight, but they mod consoles. Basically, what I'm hearing is you're doubting
Fernie.
Hardcore's abilities.
Fernie is...
Panicking, I think.
This arena is giving Fernie some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I think Fernie knows he's ahead just because Fernie is very confident.
Yes.
But
Fernie should be
man,
confident.
the deaths in this arena are, they're never good.
Oh, they're always tragic.
Fernie,
So this is definitely a 1-2-2-1.
yeah, this is a
nerf.
1-2-2-1 play right here.
Yeah.
So in 1-2-2-1, for some reason, the spikes that come out of those guys do not have hitboxes.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I mentioned it earlier, the coding in this game, there are just some glaring issues with it. And we don't know why, but, those just don't have hitboxes. They forgot them.
Well, they're just on a different layer. The hitbox is on a different layer than the
Yeah.
players.
And
I
that's
want to see
kind of
Fernie walk into it one more time. Damn.
No, but we are going to see that. We're going to see him get hit by a grass guy.
Mossfly, I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong, honestly.
Isn't there a grub to the left of that
Yes. Honestly,
transition there as well?
if I was Fernie, I would never trust myself to count how many grubs I actually had. I would definitely grab that one almost every
Agreed.
time.
I would have grabbed 3-4 more grubs than Fernie has, just
I agree. Some of them are like...
not even going out of my way for them, just in places that Fernie has passed.
Yeah, like the one he passed on the way to Edge is so free, it's ridiculous.
The one he passed on the way to Edge is free. The one he passed in Quick Slash is free.
Mudkip King is still in peaks.
Still in peaks.
Second to last egg. Fernie is, I think, checking his map to make sure he didn't miss any.
Fernie didn't miss any eggs, which you can check by going to your inventory,
Yes.
which will probably make him do,
Yeah, we
just to
should.
confirm. But he should be at 19 at the moment. The only one we are missing is indeed Grubfathers.
Mm-hmm.
I love it if Fernie picked up Raid Seer. Okay.
About that 200 Geo that Kip had at one point.
Is
Gone
now
to the void.
completely gone. At least we are going to see Kip be able to pick up his shade and play the game with full soul.
Mm-hmm. As far as categories go, I think this is generally one of the easier ones because it doesn't require any real damage, and AUG% is almost no routing.
I think the ones you gave to me were actually fairly simple. The routing for those were pretty much just play the game and then go and grab Tizo.
Tigran, I want to agree with you, but at the same time, there was the LeBun versus False Champ match, or yeah, False Knight match. That was definitely a competition.
Also, I will say hardcore was actually like pretty ahead for most of that.
Yeah, it was not actually super competitive.
It got much more competitive when we took out God Tamer. Well, it got more and less competitive when we took out God Tamer. Because taking out God Tamer eliminated the advantage that hardcore had with the spell upgrades and nail upgrades.
Also, he was a
But-
whole colo ahead, I believe.
Yes, he was. But the other thing is that he was only one thing away from doing it. If you took out God Tamer earlier, it would have been a more competitive race, I think.
Of all the grubs to go for, I mean, I guess it's a round, but when you've skipped so many grubs already,
Yeah. I mean, like yes, it's a grub that you can get that is on the way, but there were also 3 other ones that were more on the way.
100%.
But you know, like with any kind of routing on the fly, you're gonna start realizing later that you missed some things or you should have done this, but there's really no option but to just keep going and grab them all later. I believe Fernie is doing this because this is what's done in 106. Is you then go up green path here, you grab the one there, you grab the one by Cornifer, and then it's a lot of grubs in a short section. And I think just knowing you need grubs, this comes to mind because, you know, there's like 3 sub-splits in the split that are all just like on grub jar break.
Yep.
Friend taking a break, probably doing some grub counting.
Interesting. Honestly, the first thing I would do is just go to Grub Father and see if I need more grubs, and then I grab the very easy Forgotten Crossroads grubs, which are
Yep.
now less easy because Infected Crossroads, but still.
I mean, at this point in the game, I think if I had to put out a number, I think Fernie probably has, what, 13, 14 grubs?
I'd say 13 grubs. That's my guess. Mind you, I've been far from talking to Quirrell. Okay.
I talked to Quirrell there because I thought you need to get him to move, but you don't. You can just play the game and he'll move.
Oh yeah, he's required for a boss. He just shows
He's
up.
required for Umu, yeah. He'll just be there no matter when.
Mhm.
Tiso's the one you have to talk to. So we do have Kip being, you know, on the upside of Peaks now, gonna be able to grab Sea Heart, and once he gets Soul, able to do that dive.
Yep. This is far from the best place to get sold, though. They should instead be
It is.
getting the
This is the only way you can get Soul is by dream mailing here, yeah.
which sure you can do, but it's
Which you're gonna have to do again now after wasting the heal. I guess it's not a waste, but
whatever. Kip's kind of doing his own thing at this point. I think Kip knows that they're extremely
They're
behind, if I had to
probably
guess.
not too far ahead, yeah. So Fernie called the stag, gonna grab the grub to the right of Hornet, and then most likely go back and take that to Crossroads or Dirtmouth for Grub Father.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dirtmouth is faster.
It is faster, much faster. Because its mound is cut off, and that's like the fastest way to do
Yeah,
it.
right, it is infected, so. And Kip is going to make it over to right side. Not that far right.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Fernie going. Where's Fernie going?
I don't know. I think Fernie is still getting more grubs. That's why they're going to King Station
King
to get the one I
Station, gonna
missed.
grab the grub below. Nope. Is he gonna grab the grub guarded by husks?
It'd be hilarious if he did.
Yep.
It's crazy because we saw some really good egg knowledge, and grubs were, you know.
Did Fernie grab that grub and we miss it? Like, that's...
No. Fernie did not grab it.
He went through there twice, and we saw that grub both times.
Oh, yeah.
And now, are we gonna see the dirt mouth?
I'd imagine.
No. We're gonna go back to King Station.
And get the other grub that he missed.
Oh, right. It's the save and quit because
Otherwise, you have to fight this.
you just don't have to kill that guy, yeah. Would have been faster if you benched at King Station and just save and quit right to there.
Yep.
Just a minor positioning thing. Not gonna really save or lose time. Maybe Fernie just assumed there were gonna be more grubs you could get on the way.
There definitely were. That.
Fernie just did monster percent twice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know the nice thing about like casting this tournament?
Yeah.
I don't have to touch a video game. These guys play the
That's
video
true.
games for me.
I have to touch the game and cast.
Why?
But also, I'm very happy to cast.
Oh well, yeah, because you're playing in the tournament. That's a good point.
Yeah, I didn't lose immediately. I did win my round. You were there for it. What are we gonna see? Oh, we're gonna see Fernie make his way to
The grub up here. This is what he's
the
going
grub
for.
up here, as opposed to just the one in Quick Slash Arena or the other one that he missed that we were talking about. The one to the left of the room transition in. The one to the left of the room transition in Queen's Gardens.
At this point, I'm not completely convinced Fernie knew how many grubs he needed. I think that's the problem. I think he thought he
That
needed like 8 or
actually-
something.
One of the pauses for Fernie definitely could have been looking up how many grubs were required, and now it's kind of like the damage control portion, just grabbing all the grubs that he can.
Has Kip gotten C dash?
Kip has not gotten C dash yet.
Okay.
He was there. He was at the spot needed to get C dash. Oh wait, no, he has gotten C dash.
Oh, then
Oh yeah, of course he did. I watched him go back.
I'm assuming no underplat.
I didn't watch the way to C dash, so I'm not sure. But I did watch the way from it.
All right, we could be approaching the end rapidly here.
We could be. It depends how many grubs Fernie has, which I believe he's picked up. Gonna grab this one.
There's two, this one and another that are very close if Fernie needs them. So
Yeah, the one straight at the bottom to the left is, right there.
he's gonna get
see
that
the
too.
drop into here from hardcore.
Yep. He's that good. He doesn't even have to be like playing right now, but he's moving. You said hardcore.
I did say hardcore.
Yeah.
Kip. And there is the last grub from Fernie.
Man, this guy took you out. The grub that Kip just killed.
Yeah. I forgot how much health I had. I do not fight mimics. I considered going all the way and getting Cyclone Slash just for the one in Kalos.
Interesting.
Alright, and we are going to watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I'm not counting him. I'm waiting to see. If he
Fernie
pops up.
has 18.
So that's more than enough.
Or 17. I might have went too fast, but Fernie does have enough.
Well, looks like this is gonna be the end here, assuming Fernie changes his game to English.
Do you have to see the game change to English? You're gonna see the lantern pick up from Kip.
At this point, Kip is completely out of it. I mean, it's been this way for a
Fernie's
while.
essentially done.
Yes. Kip held his ground
There's
for a
the
bit,
egg.
but he got
There's-
very lost.
Fernie
with,
had 19 even.
Now he has 20. Sorry, Eggs, you were talking about grubs.
Fernie has 19 grubs, yes.
You're giving me ideas for new categories. Maybe we'll switch it up for some of these.
What, like 19 grub percent?
Kip lost quite a lot of time in a lot of weird places.
In a lot of places.
Like just
Kip-
gathering Geo when he doesn't need it.
A lot of it seemed to be a map knowledge.
Yeah, like it was mostly fine. Like they knew the different spots were in different locations, but not how to access them. Like I've seen a lot
There's
of people
the
struggle on
language
peaks.
change.
There we go.
Peaks is so I actually struggled quite a bit in peaks. I took a death in peaks in my run. I have never been very confident in my peaks. Peaks is a pretty rough. Peaks is entirely cycle based, and one mistake can really affect it you later down.
hmm
And we are going to see Kip picking up, but not having enough
Yeah,
grubs.
there's
to get
no
the
way
egg.
Kip had enough.
Kip was close.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get my button ready to stop the time because I feel like we're about to see it here.
Do you think we're going to see a first try Og?
I do personally.
I think Frankie deserves it. We gotta make sure to not accidentally fight Failchamp. There it is.
There we go, and that is time. All right, I'm on deafen,
Congratulations.
and that
to-
is time, Fernie. I've unmuted you as well. Let me get
Oh,
Kip in here.
fucking... So, what did you guys think of my Queen's Garden strategy?
So we had some questions actually about your routing in general. We saw or we noticed 3 grubs
Uh-huh.
that you just had kind of ran past while running. Was that just
Mhm.
because you didn't know how many you needed, or do you think there was going to be more later?
I knew how many I needed, I just didn't have them at the top of my head. I was grabbing the ones that I knew about that were in my way. And like I was sort of tallying down how many I was grabbing on a piece of paper as I was going.
Because we watched.
And
you
I
go
think I
through
forgot a couple. That's why he kept on spitting out Geo.
the area
So like at the end, as I was grabbing
Yeah.
the ones that I knew, I'm
I
like,
noticed
all right,
that.
I've got 10 tallies. I need to just grab 6 more. Just think of any 6 that you know of and go to Grubfather.
So we watched you go through the area below King Station
hmm
twice and not pick up that grub.
I completely forgot that grub was there until I
Okay.
went to go get it. That one was one of them.
There were 2 other grubs, which is
I didn't
the-
realize it got kicked from the VC.
Oh yeah, we didn't know when that happened, but that did
Yeah,
happen.
that happened like right at the beginning. I don't know when you left.
The
Okay.
other thing, Fernie, was the grub to the right of the Quick Slash arena.
I didn't
I-
bother with that.
You just didn't bother with that one.
How
What
long
my
ago
plan
did
was-
how long ago did he win?
About a
Like
minute
2
or two.
minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, so right
So
after I
what-
completed my first.
My original plan for that
Right
was
before.
to just climb out of there and go straight to the egg rather than quitting out. But since I was at 1 health, I played it safe and I wanted to see if I could do the acid skip.
Why did you grab Quick Slash?
Because I was thinking. I was
Okay.
thinking. I was at 1 health. I was thinking, all right, what's my next move?
Gotcha, fair enough. And then one more grub was just the room transition in Queen's Gardens. If you just go to the left, there's the grub right there.
Right. At that point, I was just excited that I actually managed to beat the arena, and
That's
which meant
fair.
that 2 things. There's 3 different ways to get into Queen's Garden. Lever skipping, which isn't impossible in this patch. Getting Shade Cloak, which requires Hornet 2. And QGA, which I didn't want to fucking bother with. So
So you
That's
chose
why I-
Go from Team Nest.
I have
Yep.
questions, by the way. Starting with Kip, what'd you think of these categories in general?
Well, as I looked on them, I was like, well, fuck, I don't know the map.
Yeah, that'll mess you up a little bit.
Second thing
Oh.
was, oh shit, I'm not good at skips. I've never been good at them. I've tried, and you saw me like fail like 5 times on like multiple ones, and I was like, huh? Well, oh well, at least they're getting a laugh out of this. Someone has to.
I definitely trying to watch you go through Pleasure House, the opposite side, was kind of fun.
That was one that we were talking about. You knew where the eggs and grubs were, but you were going from the wrong direction for a lot of them.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I had a map put up for that. I just didn't. I don't have enough knowledge area because all my practice was done on a completed save, not on a fresh save. So I had to basically relearn everything from scratch.
Yep. Did you you seem to get a little lost in peaks for a bit.
Oh, I did, and then I was like, oh wait, I was supposed to go up, and here I took a right, and then a down, and then a right, and then a down, and then a left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny, what'd you think of the categories?
What did I think of the categories? I thought it was fun.
I think it's hilarious that
I thought that
we had the discussion of when is it possibly going to be important to have English on instead of Chinese, and this was the category.
Fernie, would you have gone to where you are right now in the game without changing your language back, and then after dream nailing it, realize you have to switch your language if we didn't tell you early?
You know what? Probably, because I initially thought that he was going to make a different noise when dream nailing him, not the same noise. I initially thought the was going to be a different noise.
That's why it's hilarious, because it's like it's just a noise, but it's also his thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
GG's to both runners.
I will say I did make a routing mistake pretty much at the start. I forgot to buy Crossroads stags and had to do that before
I
Claw.
did see that.
Yep.
We
I-
also noticed you
listen.
buying Steady Body.
I think for my skill in this game, I did about as well as I could.
Yep, I'd agree. You did pretty well.
You got plenty of eggs.
Also, I ended up with 1776 Geo.
You did.
I have 5 eggs, so I was a quarter
You were a quarter
way
way.
done with the eggs, and then I completed the maggot thing, like right when time got called.
Either way, I can't thank you enough for participating in this tournament, because otherwise it likely would never have happened. I did not have another backup after you. So, because of you, this tournament gets to happen, and I can't thank you enough again. I can do another
Yeah.
shout out real quick.
Okay, well, I may as well end this stream, and then I have a entire bag of Doritos right here, and a Naruto game upstairs that I gotta finish.
Sounds like a good time.
Well, good luck with that. That
Yeah.
sounds fun.
All right, have a good time.
So, yeah, thank you all for letting me participate. Maybe not as short as I gave you credit for.
Uh-huh. Yeah, probably not.
Okay, well, technically, here's the thing, though. I'd go up to Shaq himself and call him short, so I don't think my method of short counts.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm probably tall enough to reach 6 eggs, but, well, who knows?
Okay.
All right, thank you again for participating.
Yep. Peace out, guys. Have a nice night.
Have a good one.
Have a good night.
I guess, let's see how many people we got. Do we have enough for a raid?
I'm going to start in the stream
I
right
will
there.
catch you guys later, or GG. Fernie, I will be going against you in the next round.
Yes, you will. This will
All
be an
right,
interesting
looking
match.
forward to it.
Man, too bad.
Right, I'll catch you guys later.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. I'm going to raid some Rhino Feeder here, so stick around. Rhino's awesome.
Have a good night, everyone.
Have a
I'm
good
out.
night. I'm going to end the stream this time. Yes, I'll end the prediction. Alright. I'll see you guys in there. If I can. I actually can't clip the raid button. Oh, thank you for the raid, Mudkip. God damn it. I can't click raid. Okay, raid in 8 seconds. Cool. Thank you for the raid, Mudkip. And I'll see you guys in there. Thanks for watching.